serious topic, guys. The effects of the Healthgate scandal. That is the topic today, guys. Very, very serious. Serious topic, guys. Yeah. Can we tap to 1,000 before we get started? Otherwise, on TikTok, we have live both on TikTok and Facebook. And peace be with everyone. The Catholic Church, my politics are shupa. We are live on Facebook and TikTok. Hello, Basiwale, welcome. We are live on TikTok, guys, and Facebook. So okay. We are here, guys. We are early, but we have we have things to talk about. A lot of things are happening since the scandal exploded yesterday. We had a big bombshell, big scandal. Man, tuku twachula mu Zambia, twachula ni mwachuleni. Share, guys. People can watch on their time and follow me on YouTube. If you don't follow me on YouTube. Welcome, my empire, my sister. There, I see you. But honest, share. Invite people. Even if people don't join now, they are busy. They can watch this when they have time. They can watch this live when they have time. And basically today we are here to talk about the effects of this, of what the ambassador announced yesterday. Good evening, John Soko from Luwingu. Invite people, make a comment. You know, I don't even know if we can even say it's a slap. It's a blow. It's a bombshell, you know. Slap, you can use that thing slap if you are talking about, you know, trivial matters. I think this is a bombshell because we are talking about life-saving drugs. This is a really emotional subject for me and many people who have lost loved ones to this deadly disease. So I think for the president to trivialize this as a slap is an insult because this is a bombshell. A lot of us have lost loved ones. We are still mourning up to now. We are still grieving from the many souls who have died and who are continuing to die. And myself, I'm emotional, I'm upset about this whole thing. I lost my siblings, young and old, from this disease. I can tell you that right now, 80% of my family, they are all 6 feet under. 80% of my family, they are 6 feet under because of this disease. And most of them perished because the drugs were not yet available. We had to see our loved ones shrink to nothing before we buried them. Some of you youths were born yesterday, so you don't know the effects of this disease is traumatic. Some of us are traumatized from this disease. We had to see our loved ones shrink to skeleton before they died, and we could do nothing. We could do nothing. So for the president to say this is a slap is like trivializing this thing. The AIDS global pandemic is a big deal. And it's not a slap, it's a bombshell. It's a disaster. Because we buried people from this disease when there were no medication. And the goodwill of people, they donate drugs to stop the spread and stop people dying. Then we have a systemic theft of life-saving drugs. It's a pity. It's a shame. I'm emotional, guys. So now we have a solution. Free medication is abantu. Bambo kwibe emitishire shine. Ishire pususha abantu. And demanding payment. Abantu bambi okulashite emiti. Eshu abasungu, good people of goodwill are donating this money. It's a global effort. United States is just a piece. There are many countries who are donating funds to ensure that this medication gets to each and every person who needs it. Already the statistics are high. The statistics of this disease, 1 in every 9 person alikuwa tobulweri obu mu Zambia. So nanguni family yenu nga namwikala nga muri 10, one of those 10 people who have that disease. Ingamule yangala. Apapele pa social media, every 10 people, they have that disease. So we have a reckless government who promised to come and solve these problems in healthcare. Before UPND came in government, there was a scandal for expired drugs. And this was the promise. Bali will fix it. Bali will fix it. Where has Bali will fix it? It's a bombshell. It's not a slap. It's a bombshell. It's a slap. And if they had any ounce of integrity or shame, they would all resign today. Because these are crimes against humanity. We have to call it how it is. This is a crime against humanity. Myself, I am emotional because I lost loved ones to this disease when there was no medication. And now when medication is here, people are deciding to loot the government stores and start selling this medication. It is so sad. What kind of a people do we have in Zambia? What kind? What kind of people do we have in Zambia? Do we have human beings in Zambia who have a heart to be stealing life-saving medication? Te panado at yo nangutanwine mutwe fiwalaya. No. These are life-threatening. It's a deadly disease. And I have been gone so long from Zambia. I have been gone so long. And yesterday, there is a woman who came on my show who has a foundation somewhere there, an orphanage somewhere in Lusaka. And she said one of the orphans in that orphanage called her and asked her that is she going to die? The orphan is only like 10 years old. Imagine. This is a serious problem, guys. Many children, innocent children who have born on with this disease will be affected. We have a high number of children who are born with this disease, and the effects are devastating. Already people are dying. And to just listen to Ambassador Gonzalez, my heart was like, oh my God. My heart broke. What kind of government leaders do we need? Bahaka Inde, if you can't listen to the people who are donating money, donating drugs to save people's lives, who are you going to listen to? What is it going to take for President Hakainde to be human, to act like a human being? I'm not insulting anyone or disrespecting anyone. I'm just asking a question. What is it going to take? And I'm directing this to the president because he's the head of the president of the government. He is the one who's appointing these people. He is the one who appointed Sylvia Masebo. Masebo, who is being reshuffled on a chessboard instead of being fired and being sent to jail. How many people have died because of this criminal activity? How many? How many people have died? While we laugh and play politics and prosecute anyone who is saying anything against this government, send them to jail. Is this the 12th century or 13th century? Where you are sending people to the dungeons to die? Answer me. Are we in the 12th century where we are sending people to the dungeons? Uwalanda Kofie, away with his head. Is a similar, almost the same. Did you come here to fix things or to send people to the dungeons? Every day near away with his away. Send them away to the dungeons. Uwalanda Kofie, send them away to the dungeons. Are we in the 12th century? Because this behavior is like behavior of the Stone Age. Kashinganimu Iron Age. The behavior of this government is a behavior of a Stone Age or Iron Age, old and archaic, which has been done away with. But we live to see a presidency, a president overseeing an attitude of sending people to the dungeons every day. What a shame. What a shame to be a leader who will sit on our government overseeing people being sent to the dungeons every day. And you wake up and you are proud. I can say this is my opinion. I'm not committing any crime. The effects are wide. They are devastating. Instead of putting in policies to stop the spread of this disease, no banana drugs yare donate. Stealing from the government stores. This is the president's problem because he appointed these ministers. It is not a problem of Minister Mutolo, Muchima, Masebo, or whomever and whatever. This problem lies on the head of the president. And he better fix it. Because this is critical. It is a critical matter. From 2021 to date, The president better fix this. And he can't sit there and just say it's a slap. It's not a slap, it's a bombshell. It's a bombshell because me, I had hope. I had hope because I've lost loved ones from this disease, and I never hope to see anyone die from this disease again. I lost loved ones when there was no medication. We have, with Zambians, we have to stand up and hold this government accountable. Heads must roll. Let him fire people. It's not a slap. It's time for you to act. Don't trivialize it to say it is a slap. It's not a slap. This is a big deal. It is a sign of heartlessness. If a leader can oversee a government stealing life-saving drugs for 4 years and do nothing about that, what does that tell you? I know there are comments saying, hey, but PF, they started this problem. Yes, but you came to fix it. 4 years later, Paka Nomba, they have started sanctions against your government to say they are not going to sponsor fraudsters. Mula tuewa kunotura pipa mafi. Yes, na mafi to pipa. We are taxpayers. You should respect us. Anyone in America or in the umuma diaspora mutu seka tula pipa mafi, we pay tax. And if you don't pay tax, you are sent to jail. So, you people who are ignorant, mulalanda, guess what? You benefit from whatever work we do here because we are taxpayers. If not you, then your relative, because 1 in every 9 of Zambians, they are living with the AIDS and HIV. So we need to educate you here to say, you might belittle us, you are insulting us. Guess what? The work we do here in America or in the Europeans, we pay taxes. The taxes which now these governments have been stealing. Instead of giving this money to the people who need it, the money is going in the pockets. Systemic theft. I've said my part. So if you want to come in, you can join in. But you know, this thing is devastating. It just shows you the heartlessness of these leaders. These leaders are heartless. It's like they want people to die. Why would you steal drugs, a life-saving drug, and then you start selling it to people who are not working, people who don't even have money? It's like in the government, yandoshi. And I'm not saying murindoshi, I'm just saying it's like wuloshi. Because the abantu ba donate tempia na nemitisha free mwambo kushitisha. So mulefa abantu bafwe. Because those people who can't afford to buy the medication, they will die. And we have already lost enough people. Welcome, Abdul. Mulishan mkwai. We know it's a nice day here. We are just, just processing. If you kwebati, abantu 4 years, balebe miti, balebe bati lekeni, tabade fwaya.
Awe wati ipo tusangire poki hapa ipo kwa likono Zambia. Watu mwaka ule itawala shupa sana. Tulemona. Because mwamona ama Americans wala tuwapa sana pye, especially kuri malaria. So nga bafunyako ye bafunyako efi. I hope we reach that next year. for this year budget today, but then we have a problem with Kula. And the other thing that is so disappointing is Ambassador the fight against corruption, the monopoly seriousness. Zambian time. I've been watching the point I point out to say what effect or what appointments that are made or what effort are shown or put in to fight corruption. Yafile abashani no lero kunikashani. Mama na kono pene ninga abdu. Sabi na position ya to fight corruption. Near one the Portland. I would never point that one jona kemisha sana. No cousin one no guru one jona shika. No muntu ndo to ampo kupati.
Mule umfikira patali. Mule umfikira patali.
Na chilafo kulanda pali point. Are you able to get me?
Yes, but mule umfikira patali. Yes.
Okay, achirafu kulanda kupali a fight against corruption. I don't know now if you can read me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you read me?
Yes.
Yes. What I'm saying is, the Lord Chero Babino was site a point that was very important to Chero. I achieved I achieved an open mind if you fight against corruption in refugee from Zambia. Because Mamona ku SCC of the abantu abamuchikani cha UPND era biko Mamona. So whatever the muchikani cha UPND era the Portland ya to fight corruption to SCC mwabula na effort yote ya kwa corruption ili mino ya makadas Mamona. Tawa mapo makadas bali station bali makadas ba ma institution ya biko denyewa. What is happening is very bad. Because we want to the party, the MCC ever, they are separate person. No registration people is going to Apara Mukucha to the chairman of party. Who knows about Chitava? Sababeta fighting a corruption. So, the point in both. What are the Charopa number 2? Part number 1. So, the moment I'm going to they never damage later to she could say free. There is a big damage coming from them never. Because I'm a airport, you have to know Charona, cheaper than my police party. Chimway was not for a grande Chakovati. The king of Chakovati, Chavamudi, Musango. Chavamsango, abantu abaikuyo ku bench. Tubaika pa bench. Chavamu waikala pa bench. Mwalekera abantu abenga mu bench ya kutekecha ababayiswa bulu.
But Steffi resign. They should just resign. They have failed once.
What should I do? I remember there is a post on one of our presidents on Facebook. Government in the
when the government fails to deliver, they must go.
Definitely. Let's have a love for this country. We cannot be a country where we
this is too much. Yeah. These people, they have to go. But abantu bafire fye baya.
President ama project bapangire kula pitano kwisura mwamuna eko ere gasi fo ikakija ngo So tutushe kofe atiyo kabia wisule kwechi badi panga kuna chintu kile kwa hiyo ene dasi kwa hiyo mama so le turela nda mama a president ba trai sula kafula futa basi wakafula futa kula kuota damu kuja
kafu wakabale fisula
aba ikada again kwa no bana nkope sio kwa hiyo Fifo ikere dasi kwa hiyo nomba
wena mwishi walelo tufile fe tulelanda pali health the effects of this health scandal mwamona the effects of this health scandal kuli abana bengi muma orphanage tabakweta abafyashi they are double orphans and they receive these medications. We need to talk about this because it's serious. Zambia, we have a lot of people depending on these drugs. And we have to draw their attention to this. This government must resign or do the right thing. Let us see serious reshuffles. Let us see DEC and the ACC investigate the people who have been involved in these scandals, starting with the Sylvia Masebo. Elfidokuba number 1 on the list to be investigated. Because all baby kirepo number 1 ku health. Na ku agriculture na kwena ekwa abama scandal amatabe yobashitisha abantu. So we need the HH to act. We need HH to act, and that is that. We are not going to mince our words. We are here going to be talking every day. People can't die because of fraudsters basakala. Abantu bale from Zambia mulandu abantu bale kula ma mansion. Abantu bale from Zambia mulandu abantu bale kwata bale twale mpia muma offshore accounts. How can a government allow a private pharmacist to be opening across the hospital? The main GRZ hospitals, they are private pharmacies across. Eh?
Ngamwangoba ambassador ko bashire articulate pari bashire eye opening kuri fwe chalo chesu cha Zambia. Ila information bafunishe kiafunisha which to fight corruption. What we need, no matter how late it is, but we would want to see those people who were who are under that kind of corruption to be arrested. We want to see to it that no matter the act led on this matter, but want to see those people that did this thing be arrested. Let them pay for what they have done. To see the action of our able president in the Ichilema, to make an example of this issue, so that we see that honestly our president means well in fighting corruption. Because we cannot be a country here missing each big chunk of donor head of America. And then if nothing is done, to what now we are reckless, they can't even reverse this decision. It's even better to see to it that once somebody involved in this scandal, they are arrested. Just in the way that Bachta arrested our own about Pangimin and Vishala. Mamona, let this also be a way we're going to understand the mind of our government today, to see they are going to act on this issue. Because we cannot have people who are fighting corruptly in government. It's not in order. We want to see that this country is led by true words, not rhetoric. Not rhetoric. We want to see action in everything that is so sensitive of this nation. I tell you, if you look at our country today, people are suffering. But imagine next year without this AIDS, next year without mosquito nets, next year without malaria drugs, next year without ARVs. It is very unfortunate, Madam President. So we want to see to it that those who are involved in these scandals They are accountable. We even see them go behind bars in the same way we've seen people who are behind bars in the name of corruption. This is the kind of Zambia we want. We want to see Zambia that is governed by rule of law, not rule of law of empty words, of rhetoric. We want to see real action. This is our country. No matter how much damage they are going to cause this, and they are going to pay badly on this damage they are causing to this country. I submit, madam.
Thank you. Moise anyway, John, to let underpay the effects of this Healthgate scandal. And you know, before you come in, John, we just want to say that now Zambians knew this thing are happening. That's why Zambians, but Tabalanda, even before the cyber law was implemented, many Zambians have stopped talking about what is happening. You can't be a whistleblower. We have seen how Munia Zulu has been sent to the dungeons for being a whistleblower. You know? So it's very unfortunate. It is very, very unfortunate that Zambia, the country that was a beacon of hope and democracy, is now shaping to be a real dictatorship country under the president of Hakainde Hichilema, who came to presidency preaching the rule of law every day. We shall ensure the rule of law is respected. We shall ensure fundamental rights are upheld. He was preaching that every day. So how did it turn to say the president who was preaching rule of law every day, if a government fails to change the people's lives, the people must change the government? That were his own words of the president. Now, how can we have a president who was saying all those messages, turn around to even denying, yes, I can say denying millions of Zambians life-saving medications? How can it be that the sweetheart of Zambians within 4 years has turned out to be the Zambians' worst nightmare ever? This is my political opinion. I can say it. I can say that this beloved president, with his sweet words from the campaign, has turned out to be a nightmare. A nightmare to the youths, a nightmare to the entire country, a nightmare to a point where the youths are demanding to say, we are tired of old leaders, let us young people lead, because of the disappointment he has caused to the entire country, not only the entire country, to the whole world. If you can watch that video of the ambassador, he was speaking with disappointment. Baleranda Nech Konko, even the word he used, it is the deep, heavy heart we are doing this, because they are disappointed. No one expected Hakainde Hichilema to run the country the way he's running the country. And we can just pray to him to say, maybe God can touch him and let him open his mind. Umuntu onse alalufianya. Let Hakainde go back to the drawing board and be the president he promised the Zambians to be. Hakainde, you have disappointed Febena Zambia wonse inekutina adira no kulida panopondi. Disappointment want to chitaba Hakainde mwana mutu chena. You have really hurt us Hakainde ngataba mnyeba abantu. Mule umfa kubantu. Like if efyo mwachita. Ni this ni heartbreak ya kwebati. Aba iche. Ngani mu marriage yoro ni personal relationship. Utu wengena mu depression wafa na okufu. Hii depression ileteleba Hakainde. It is a big blow. He has disappointed us. Inena adikuna panopondi ya senior citizen. But what more, ulia youth wa ile mkuvota. Ni disappointment ya shani ale umfwa. Ulia youth wa imine kumachoku ya mkuvota. Ale umfwa shani pali disappointment iba Hakainde bachitadeli iba Mzambia mwebantu. Ulia youth wisha kwa tenchito. Uwa pama ARV. What How are they feeling? Abantu bale ipaya. This is the greatest disappointment that any country can ever face, where a president is presiding over fraudsters who are stealing life-saving drugs mwebantu. Tatuleranda palipanado. Ile panopo ndinalishika umwaishe wandi balisa mupianika. She was a teenager bamupianika kuchikankata kulia. Aho bene bamupianikireko bali kwete mpia bambokula mulala paka bampera AIDS. My sister died. There was no medication and we didn't even know what killed her. She was at Chikankata hospital. Kuliako chikankata kwa umwaishe wandi. Ama doctors efo bayishirelanda bayipwishe bamayo mama umwana wenu alishani. What kind of life did your daughter lead? Atawe baba londorera history. She was forced to kumupiana bamudala wefo bamuperi obudwere, but we didn't know it was AIDS. Then the doctor explained to my mom, kwali so budwere, we are still researching, but kuli obudwere obu buleipa yabantu. People are dying because there was no medication. Now, fast forward to 2025, abantu bale imitisha kuposha abantu. So why did my sister die? Why have we buried all those people? Did all the people who die in vain? For Bahaka Inde and his government to come and be stealing imitisha kuposha abantu kumarwele ama deadly diseases?
Chabulanda sana bamayo, chabulanda sana. Lekeni tu tende flow itu pano no fi. Mom, problem tukwete sana na tukwata ama yusi abatabale hitari yake na situation ni background. Mama na ignorance na ikura sana. Ona nei yako bati abantu bale filo kulanda ko mpiano ro media no kuliko cyber no yishire. We can very good place kulanda boy to fin to file to sta ko tule pitamo. Ndemeva ngachako bati abantu bayikala fesine na bapetama bokuluma. Umu akore isa uresa ubipe. Ifesine mule mfoma mama skumbe ba mama kumi balufye sister wabo. Bengi abantu muno mchalo abale chula ile nabakwata n'omuti ulina kuminu bataba kwetefe cyakuge cyakumino muti nomba mubike situation yako bati icyakuje tapali n'omuti wine tapali abantu balambo kulalo wala fira bale rwala kare edzi yale bashemisa kalala ushara fyo mungu omuntu efo twara ya mwapa numba noma mulenjeba mu 21st century icyaro cyakwata omukuba icyaro cyakwata subirite icyaro cyakwata god icyaro cyakwata kopa icyaro cyarambo kula chule fimwe bantu shuwa ine chimoto lingamishira ko fail for size ba youth ndemeza ngachakwa chinto chimoto mufire mwaishiba eveni abantu banenu ba youth banenu o wishiwa panepa ale alembeshe akwata akatupa kakuvoterako tamwaikale panuma nokuba frustrated because nimwe mwapotere mwamona atiyo tetise chinje vintu birafire umukuso mwapangire pakubara mwabura muntu mwambika po o mwachetekeremo amitatiza point mwipona kumbali imeni na kabiri mumwe ni mumwe irebika po chile chintu muchifunyepo because tamwabura chinto cyo mwabikire po apa chareta ma problem imwe pekita pano turelanda ifuna tukwata ma relatives besu na tukwata ma relatives besu abakayeli abali kujerelebo bali bakaka ababombere sana enchito no kubomba maka yabo bali bana batukakira lero baburushes echo turefwa cyakwe bali ikino cyaro kikese kwata reputation yaine yakwete umuntu ngakupya twafuma ku Zambia oro basapunda kuruko abakene kaunda opo tulefwaya tulefwaya nga tuwafika kufyalo fimbi umuntu asa kupisha tuwafuma kutala kulekwa baba kabwalana kevo tulefwaya ichana tefuku kishibepyo tulefwa yusi katane tupange eshineri sumpali chimwe charo chesu notifira ba ambassador ba ku America bareranda ba ambassador bareranda twali umurekeresha wa ku fighting corruption so nga bareranda twali umurekeresha ba ambassador munomulandu musango barerandiramu nishi chimwe charo nacho na ngata chikuru kama morals nachikwe tena leadership. So the best we can do as young people, let's stand up, let's go and advise others to register as voters. The moment we are going to register as voters, that's the moment we are going to have power. Let's gather a lot of people to register so that we're going to have a sustainable health care, we are going to have good rule of law, we are going to be one Zambia, one nation, so that everyone is going to partake of the national cake. By the way, I want to greet the women group of Badokas in my Rukundura Kurebo Kurungana. Navena Badokas Toro Posha Sana, because the not to quite Navena quite Navena for politics. Toro Posha Navena, but to spoke to join.
Sorry, Munjere, Kondinech Konkorero. I'm just like from yesterday, I'm just emotional.
Kachifai kokulira ninshuro murwani wombe amona tinde dealing na abantu abali compassionate amakawa nuro sorry kuonga wenda amakawa abantu abakwate emitima barabali compassionate abantu abakwate ama feeling nishayishi bati abantu bawabebe finkara abachena mukulira kwesu bakara mona mo weakness tule ntukose twikatane norochi bichachi kila sana pano ndebyo tule ntukose. Namu mwana ifo ama problem tukwete ba mayo kuno yambita chulandire pa bunkoranya na tukwata ba anti beso aba bombere sana ku Ministry of Youth and Sports lero tuleranda pa ba mayo bali bekata bali shaba na fanse aba bombere tulo chile chalo pano pene ngana mumuna pali picture andi apo ni kwato munandi munia zuru otu wangu Morangere sana ma politics na baadhi garungu baada ya gurumu bonze pamo at one day tukeseba nge timu ya ba youth ne tukeseka ku kiwe charo one day muri yo ine namba baada tuguri minamu emu ali abena binweo emu ali na bena Rashida emu ali na bena Christopher Kangombe nomba mone ni mure taba youth atwete kwa politics wala bena futi ba youth mure batinya no kubakaka mure nje taba ikira ma politics taba kesa ma politics because wale tinati mune ni umwe chemu ni yazuru wa imo ma politics taba mukaka
Mwandini now for but today is just emotional for me mwebantu. I am broken. I am just broken, and the reason I'm broken is just to have a government who is stealing life-saving drugs. We have reached the bottom. To Africa Pash. We are being governed by heartless people. And this is why I'm crying. I am crying because I have lost a lot of people because there were no drugs. Now the imiti isha kwebata abantu bale tusonkera fye miti ati abantu berafwa bambo okuiba emiti shabalanda bale shiti shabalanda obala ile nchito takwaba muchalo mwali bensala mwambo okulaiba emiti shabantu. This is why I'm crying. I am crying for that youth. We know that 1 out of every 9 people were positive. We know that this disease is a private disease. Now imagine umwana ari 19 years 21 avapa maarv takwate ntchito akayalomba kuise mpya ya maarv ali umfwensoni ukulanda ati nalikwata hiv. Can someone come here on live and say mwe bantu mpereni mpya? I need to go and pay and buy ARVs. Can someone do that? No. Because that's a private thing. Amalwele ya moyadi ba private. And I'm crying because this is like killing people indirectly. We are going to lose a lot of youths.
Can somebody pick up from Madam Pome?
But Don Oscar said they need your shit. Can you moderate? Because I'm thinking deeper. I'm thinking long and hard about the effects of this government, what they have done.
Madam Pome, can I contribute?
Yes. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you can contribute by John.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, please. Thank you.
You know, in our language, Chewa, in the east of Zambia, we say, Tinkanena anatera msizi. Meaning, what an elderly person says has got implications at the end of the day. And this saying has worked against ourselves, being the youths. Today, what we are witnessing is a shrinking country, which of course people were trying to promote to say, no, we are on the economic recovery, no, we are doing this, we are doing that. But on the ground, there is completely nothing. Our head of state has got no political will to fight corruption. To begin with, the only people that are corrupt were those that were serving under PF. Those are the people that have been jailed, and his government is an angelic government where people don't steal, but they have been exposed. Look at it this way. You cannot fight corruption wearing kids' clothes. Fighting corruption has to be strategic. And our head of state have not shown willingness that is going to fight corruption. Instead, those who steal are transferred elsewhere. We are just coming from a scandal where 51 containers of medicine were being embezzled into somebody's compound. And you expect such a person to curb corruption. Instead of making amends, he's going to transfer the minister under that department to another ministry. You see, it just shows a very high level of unconcern that we have in this government. People are going to die, and we just need to brace up with funerals in our compounds. This is what it entails. And if we cannot make a right decision to vote this government out in 2026, then we are doomed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Come on, thank you so much. Let's support our dear sister, Queen Pumi. Let's support her. Those who can tap the screen, please do your best. At least we show some interest in the debate. So I would like also, I don't know if there's somebody who would like to come on board. Anybody would like to say something?
Yes, I would want to do an addition.
Anybody who would like to come on board?
I've been wondering,
I've been wondering. I have noticed that this government is trying to enact a lot of laws at once that should gag citizens from providing checks and balances. Yes. Lately, we have been talking about this bill which has been trending. And then away from this bill, another silent bill was being signed without Zambians being informed. Yes. When you follow Kasonde Mwenda, he has followed up on some of the articles that are enshrined in these bills. It is very disheartening that there was an article which Kasonde presented today. I came across his page where he was saying a member, it is talking about these institutions that are fighting corruption. If any member who is under that institution is found liable or has got an interest, no one else can follow up on that issue. They are saying such people cannot be convicted, actually. Yes. So what is he trying to cover up? Because look at it this way. For example, we do not, the moment that Trump made a pronouncement to say we are going to cut funding, and he closed USAID across the globe. He says we are going to cut funding. That was in January. A very sensible government should have come up with the alternatives during the same January, sit down and make an alternative budget that can, be used to supplement the medical requirements under our health system. Yes. But instead, we saw Mr. Mwitwa putting up a statement on media. No, government is sufficient. We have all the medicine in stock for the next 6 months, so you should not despair. 6 months has found us, we are here now. This is May, and tomorrow is June. What is he going to say? This cut up for 50 million. People, they think 50 million US dollars is like 5 kwacha. This is massive. And the ambassador categorically explained to say this is not part of what Trump was announcing to say we are cutting funding. It's a separate issue altogether. So it's a form of sanction upon Zambia. Mind you, if I recall, there were some headlines some few months ago where the EU has sanctioned us. Is it Switzerland or somewhere there? They have also sanctioned us. There are a number of countries that have sanctioned Zambia because of not doing the correct things. So we are in deep trouble, and if we are not going to stand up for ourselves and allow this government to, erode our democracy, then we are in deep trouble. Of course, we have had governments, even PF, MMD. We never saw what we are seeing now. This is, I don't know how to properly describe this. You see? So it's a danger, honestly.
So you said you are calling from which province, my dear? Eastern province. Okay, so I think your contribution is one of the many contributions that people have been saying. I would start with what you have just shared here with us. And probably I also give my own opinion. Now that there is cybersecurity laws, we don't know how they come out with the cases. We don't know. So I start by describing that all my contribution has nothing to offend anybody, has nothing to incite anyone, this is just my opinion, the way we listen to the Zambian people, and I'm contributing my views, basing on my rights as a Zambian citizens, and what the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia gives me that authority to speak and contribute and exercise those rights. So, I think, first of all, I sympathize with Wapumulo. You are so emotional today, and I understand you. I understand you. You are a mother. You have lost a sister. I think I can even confirm here also myself. There are a lot of people who have called me. A lot of people have called me, and most of them, they have lost their brothers and sisters. Just as I'm saying today, in Ndeke village in Kitwe, yesternight, we lost a friend of mine, a young, vibrant nurse. She was a physiotherapist. She was in good health. Just yesterday in the morning, she felt some pain and was rushed to the hospital. And in the evening, she passed away. She was only 37 years old. 37 years old. And so you can understand the bereavement of this family, and my condolences. The family of Wampunduko Riverside, my condolences. My condolences indeed for the loss of your daughter, a vibrant young woman. I understand the pain of this country. So, looking at Madame Pomulo crying, and this notice which has just come in of a friend of ours, a young, vibrant nurse of physiotherapist, losing her life. The hospital told the family that it was malaria. Now you can understand, malaria that terminates the life of a young woman just in 1 day or in 2 days. It's painful. It's painful, and where they went at the hospital, she entered into coma and all those things. So there were no machineries enough. There were no electricity. There was no electricity. There's no machinery, and that's how we have lost the life of this woman. So, my condolences again. I know some of the members of this family, the Kunda family, you are listening to me. My condolences for your daughter, for this wonderful lady. So I will also add my word is, it's painful. It's indeed painful. It's painful to have a reaction of the whole country only because an American ambassador has said the same things that the Zambian people has been speaking. This is my contribution. The American Gonzalez, Mr. Gonzalez, just mentioned, it is not the first time here. Honorable Binwe Mpundu, I remember, Kasonde Mwenda, everyone is listening to this young man. How many people have been talking about this? How many people have talked about it? Theft. Do you remember, my colleagues? Even you by UPND who are listening to us. Do you remember? Theft. Do you remember Sorry, do you remember when they were talking about the theft of, look at this, Sujilite is gone. Gold, we don't know where it goes. Diamonds or they in Lufunsa, Lufanyama, the emeralds in Lufanyama. They have cut the tax. It was 15% taxation in Lufanyama Emeralds mine. They cut it to 0%. How many things have the people of Zambia, how many things have we complained? Even myself, we complained. Look at the Black Mountain. You are not now talking about that, but I will remind you about the Black Mountain. The Black Mountain in Kitwe, the people from Chamboli, Busakile, Nkana East, Riverside, Nkana West, Ndeke Village, Misteshi, Mulenga Compound, Luangwa Compound, Kamfinsa, all those areas, those people, Kansanshi, I don't know if it's Kansanshi, Mindolo, Kankoyo, all those people, they were waiting to take a small cake of the Black Mountain by UPND. Who has ate the Black Mountain in only 1 year? It's finished. It's gone. These things that the people of Zambia have been complaining, it's not that they hate the president. They are saying there is bad management. And I would like to quote also the president ourselves, our very own president, Hakainde Chilema. He's the one who told us when things are not working well in a country, the problem is not the business, it's the management. He was pointing at the head. The head. The problem is in the head. That's what President Hakainde Chilema said. 2021. I remember very much. The clips are all over the show. Hopefully the government cannot even refuse the people from sharing those clips, because this is the only accountability that the Zambian people can show to this government. Tap the screen, tap the screen. Let's go ahead. Let's participate. Tap the screen. Give us some support. Give us some support. Tap the screen there. 10,000. So, we have been speaking. Someone, we don't know, I don't know, I don't want to pinpoint about that, but someone doesn't want us, the Zambian people, to speak. But we have the right. The right comes from the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia, which gives us the right to speak. Then, if one is going to say, well, no, you have to elaborate, you have to speak the truth. The Zambian people, they cannot, not all the people can find the truth. The truth is supposed to be discovered by those people we have employed using our taxpayers' money. I pay tax. All of you on this platform, we pay tax. This tax is meant to pay those people who are supposed to do the research and find out. When we say, I give an example. There is theft in the UPND government. Then they give us they have asked us a question. Can you produce the evidence? I remember this very well. They asked us this question. Produce the evidence. Where is the evidence that there is theft in Zambia and in the UPND government? Then we say, the evidence is there. Look at those containers. Instead of going to the hospital, they found at a private company. So the evidence is there. Then they say, no, if you don't bring the evidence, then we are not going to listen to you. Now, it has taken now an American ambassador to bring the evidence on table. Look at what this American say. It's exactly what the Zambian people have been speaking. Apapa platform apa imwe. Nga mwatimulande bonse fo mwa mfwa kwefintu. nangu batukenya okulanda wako America mwamone tabamukanye. Gonzales is not going to be arrested. If it was umwaicho wakukitwe songa na wamusenda. If it was a member of parliament saying the same thing, umwaichinga na wamusenda. If it was a member of parliament saying you have stolen MPA mwatu mwashtiyo bunga ku Tanzania, the same Gonzales, I come back, the same United States ambassador told us some time back that $20 million was donated to alleviate the sufferings because of drought disaster. So the Americans, Gonzales said, we Americans, we have given to the Zambian people $20 million. And now they went to buy the mealie meal in Tanzania. When they went to buy the mealie meal in Tanzania, the price of the commodity was just too high. It's Gonzales who said this. When the Zambian people, they complained, they were followed and arrested. When Gonzales has spoken, the only person who threatened Gonzales was Chavinga. Honorable Chavinga threatened the ambassador, the American ambassador, that he should not indulge himself in the politics of Zambia. No, the American ambassador, we as the youth, let us say thank you. You are supposed to say thank you to the ambassador, the American ambassador, for helping us. Because they have shattered them MPs. They have shattered them. They are threatening them of arrest. The American ambassador, we have to say thank you. Write thank you letters to the ambassador of America to say, you have spoken on our behalf. We cannot speak. Gonzales, Bamayaba ku kitwe nangu member of parliament wa kukitwe ngefo alandire ngabali mwikata chachi ine panotureland takwabo ko bateke cyaro muri umusango takwabo ko bateka takwabo kutinya abantu mwe abantu muzambe tamwe abapone enkondo tatwalwa apo ifu ayama na nikane mwaleta maruzi aya yaba na west na file kwali ati 1939 1945, we had the First World War, Second World War. When bali peria ma conditions uli chilema kukutwala ku prison, uli mpofu tieni ku prison, walikwata syndrome Down syndrome nani kane tie kukutwala ku prison. Sure, mu 1939 twasasa na ku 1945 efyale chitika kale. Nomba kulia kwali inkondo balanda tinkondo eyali ko Muzambia tamuli inkondo ba UPN Muzambia tamwabe enkondo mwaba fyo mailandire abantu bale isosela babuko oluchelo bala isosela na abantu balabalanda chukusoke chipanda nomba ndemo na balingira bonse pachanta kwa bano okusoke chipanda kuti wasoke chipanda wa mana felimbi katwishifinga kuchitikira insta Yesu ifo kwale bo kusoke chipanda bane banangumu lumela ngumu kashalo mfwenson basamwe bati bure nteni kwache kanweni mu kibuku baya nwa mu kibuku bagwera basasuka kwe chipanda bafunya ko tuma secret bafunya tuma pana pa chipanda mutatu settinga sana ino nshita kwali wano kulande kuti kwabe fya musango ka freedom karatwale ya bakaunda twa mwabombeni ala tatwa ishiba tumwali tupere freedom basata mwabombeni tatwa ishiba ti freedom kwe nabantu bakalatina no kulanda ba ediga chagolungu mwabombeni tata tatwa ishiba chala kwe na kukabenshita abantu bakambo kulatino kulanda ba banda barupia banda mwabombeni tata ba chiruba ba multi-party democracy architect ala mwabombeni ba chiruba shuwa ni mwa abikire na Zambia as Christian nation mu constitution ba president chiruba noko waya we mwini omutima wobele sale kupala nomba monecho watushira kabiri ati Zambia ni Christian nation nomba na abatule batita kuri kulanda oko wayo oko chiruba ule tupepela kona ifu pepela kwa ba ichobo waye bela ati freedom We have brought freedom of speech. We have brought the real democracy. We have brought the real democracy, the exchange of views freely as Zambian people. Chiluba, nomba monoko waya, monefire chitika. Uwalandako, atininkalulete. Uwalandako, atininkalulete. Kanofeba America, obolimbi bakwatirako mwenzo. Bantu yuko Nzales, na nga bali ya musendo bushiko. Nga bali musendo. Nangu ntume febaka babarani, kaina balande ni bachabinga, kusende bondelande. Barobe chabanga, ebalande, tuwala mtuwala na muri Chicago train, muri Chicago plane, mtuwala mubika. Bachabinga, kamubike ni kanshi Gonzales. Mubuleni, mubike muri Chicago plane. Mwalandidi hapo mwalanda pa press conference, barobe chabinga. Mukabero ama nani kana ama ambassadors, mukabasenda. Mwabasenda mwabika na ngumufindeki. Chicago. Bakabwerere mukumi abo kubafuma bachabinga kabuleni kaishinom ambassador wa ku America alandira kofi abantu agamashwe alandire mashwe abena bazambia balanda umulandu wa miti wonse twalilandire basi uva masebo ye iskando ye afima container wonse twalilandire apa abantu bonse baleba baba president imwe bakainde chiba tamfye misi uvya masebo takwa baida skando ya Afrika takwa omuntu kusa muchinja fyati fumapa kabiye ke kale pali uwa kale ma takaleka imputi sula tai laba kuweke shapo ababemba chibembevo chalande fyo so nomba umuntu nombo wa kale ma mwamufunya pati yoka mubikiri yoko olo mwaya mubika nomba nakuli landi uko kwali bana landi nomba olo nomba landi nomba chala abashana tatwake kala fe muchalo cha Zambia nombo kwa diola na wikala pamuru basa kulopole fikoti ati fuma pali landi ati ninchi mulendo pole fikoti ati yote yobe ala wema kabiri pano pona fialirwa ine ifi kolwe fiesu pano ko fiafiali loko twashika patata aba kumushuko kulwa pula makamako kulwa puloko aba kulwa puloko imwenga tamuchenjere bakala isafi ba isati yo apa mwikele wane na besa ba investor landi ono nomba mwafunyaba ali kuma skando ya michuko ku hospital mwaya twala kuli landi ukuli na kwene milandu shimbi ukwe milandu ishikulu mwabantu bakwalesa nomba twala station abadi no insta epona apelera. That's my first contribution. Thank you.
Welcome, Anthony. You can submit.
Okay, thank you so much. Give me chance to contribute. I think a lot of things Mr. Bombo has already spoken. This country today is not the country that we used to know. We have fear. Everyone has fear. We have fear for our own country. And I don't know why sometimes on October 24th we'll be celebrating Independence Day when we know that we are not independent. That we know exactly that we are still slaves for our own country. You know, you cannot talk about education if there is no money, if there is no freedom in the country. You cannot talk about healthy or water and everything without free will of speech. So it means that this country, we are all arrested, that we cannot even we cannot even mention anything about this government. And I feel pain that I was thinking that HH loves this country, but it's disappointing. Okay, we are disappointed because this man, he shows us that he doesn't even care about this country, about Zambians or anything. I think both of us were here 5,000 people, 5,200, including us, we are here. We are working hard. I was driving on the way, coming here, coming home, going home. So I'm from work. We are working for our children, for the future of our children. Okay? And everyone, that's what we are doing. We are building houses for our children. But today, in this country, what are we building for our children and for our grandchildren? When we know that the mines that even President Edgar Lungu got from these people, which MMT sell in 1999, Edgar Lungu said, no, these properties are for Zambians. Let the Zambians themselves benefit. Today, you give to Vendetta, the person who doesn't have money, you give him that mine, or you give them that mine. Then, on top of that, you get our pension money to give them to develop or maybe to use for mining. Believe me, this is really disappointing Zambia that the person that we have in this country, Sagan is Zambians. First priority ni yeveka kunyumba kwake na wana wake, not Mazambians. And I don't know where we are going today. Because of the kamba, because of powers, government this same thing, Monia Zulu are in prison today. President and MP Wakumufuwe, because of the same thing, because of the same words, I said no, it's seditious. Why Chavinga there was seditious kulibe? Pamena nakamba zama nan kanzama ambassadors. Why Chavinga is not arrested? He's still working freely. So serious. Aliens wamene akambaza government, wamene alikumbali government, wamene atukwana Mazambians because I support Edgar, I support HH, because I support UPND. Ndiyo and was survivor. Is this justice or injustice? Where are we as a country? What are we doing as a country? Because I think everything now, because we have nothing that have been left. We can't talk freely. We can't do anything freely. No. So, where are we as a country? I think Zambians, let's find for someone who can help this country. Wamena anamtima wa this country. Not mundu wamena anamtima wa tache benefit pali eveka. Because we have one Zambia. This is the only Zambia that we have. Zambia inango. So if we cannot fight for this country, even our children, they will mock us. Our grandchildren, they will mock us in future. To save as a quote. Okay? It's now time to build this country. This country, the UPND, they have borrowed a lot of money. Maybe 6 billion to say. This 6 billion, they have nothing to show. Even a lot. Because ndola chukarejwe, imangiwe nandrama zanapsa. Zatu zandrama zanapsa. So they cannot lie to us. They cannot lie to Zambians to say, we are building ndola chukarejwe, mundrama zewana kongola 7 billion, maybe 6 billion. So the question we need to ask ourselves is that, ndrama zeva kongola, zienda kuti. Mangwala vini mkambapo, vakupa mangwala, 61 containers ya so one country, vandu vakufa. Today, if I can ask our president, if our president really loves this country, even like now as I'm speaking, 22 hours, without even kuuza vandu ati he's going to UTH, let him go to UTH. Kwa mene kuli vandu wali puwa, wakaone vandu wakansa mwe wafera. Vandu wakaone vandu mwe wafera walipe blood, because this time, even this time around, even my blood donors, mulipe blood. As I'm speaking right now, I'm not just speaking from without. We have a lot of evidences, but we are just waiting for the right time. So if really the president, if someone here is listening and is close to the president, let him be open to the president. Our president, vapazeko time, vaende ku UTH, vakaone vandu vene vafera kuja. Vamene valipe capacity ya kuti vangangale kuli kwa mene kuliko mandani kani kuna privilege yoka mba yoli pila kutu vangangale kosi na vangangale kusefu. Vakaende vakaoneko. because vantu vaja vavutika. And these are the Zambians, these are the poor Zambians. Vamene vauka kuseni kwendo vota. Ava vantu valemera vinangusiva vota. Vangatenga ndeke ati amebuzengala chongo mkantri vaenda kwinango. But these poor Zambians ndiye vana vavotera. As the president said, ngati government yakange okuta improve lives of the people, then people should change the government. That's what we need to do now. This is what now we are saying. Say, please Zambians, imwane mulichape bwino, mukondwe na vene viliko, continue with this government. But wale chimulava, women are na vene vivutika, women actually fight for this country. Then, please, let's change the government, because government cannot change, this government cannot change the lives of the people. Let's change the government. So, we have a lot of things to appoint at. Because I remember, when I have never met Vaedi Galung 111. No. I don't know him 111. No. But there was a time when they got these mines. After I take my mines, I was one of the person. When I end up with my investors, to say my investors, I had I have a companies, my big companies, China, Russia. But many ways of Funakutiva Fakemon drama, Muri mines are nothing even that. But the president make a condition by Edgar to say, look, if you want to get this mine, no problem. But this mine, Yama Zambians. So what you would do, because I have an offer to 1.3 billion, which we are talking about now, so we are asking your EU, my investors, to bring $3 billion, so that 1.3 billion to Pasevangongole, 1.5 billion in Kariama Zambians. Then, 10 kuti mine, imachosa 80,000 metric tons per month. So 80,000 metric tons per month, 40,000 metric tons, muzambo tenga kutenga as a loan, kutenga kwazi kupweza ngongole zana. Okay? And then 40%, 40,000 metric tons is zankara yama zabene mzambo gula mwepa $15,000 per ton. Now, I saw it to say, hey, the president wananzeru. Because from 1999 up to Eddie Galung 2016, 2015, Zambia, Mulija, you want to say mine or 60,000 or 80,000 metric tons of gold, of copper. Tenzo tenga kochape $2,000 per ton. Meaning that, in other way around, I can say we were getting 0.02%, which is not good. So today, even to improve this economy, my economist, we cannot improve this economy because, as we are speaking today, so just a improve. Tita export chan. La Eddie Galungu left 380 kgs ya gold ku Bank of Zambia na Venevunga. Where is it today? I want to ask because these things Mazambia often cause here. They left $3 billion, of course, but gold, it was there. And they have stopped buying gold because ija gold ngati muigula mfaka mu Bank of Zambia ipanga value maningi kuchira ndrama kusunga ndrama. Is it that this government of President HH is ndrama zeva Kongola? Vatenga chapezi ja ndrama ka Kongola 1.88 million dollars yamenya hata kwa IMF, then wafaka mu economy vatefaka mu dollars, then ikasira futu wafakamo. Is this what is